Welcome back to Kudos' Gizmit. Thanks for coming. I'm Kudos. Today I'm talking about the IEM Oakland quarterfinal matchups. We have NIP and Immortals, and we have SK and G2. I'll actually be at the tournament, so I'm extremely excited about that. My second live CSGO tournament. It's one of those things where growing up I went to a ton of live sporting events. I had season tickets to the Clippers. I should say my parents did. Los Angeles. Huge LA fan, right? So I got the LA Rams Jared Goff jersey on, so he'll be playing this weekend. I'm excited about that. And one thing that I do every year is I go to a different stadium, different away stadium. I try and see my Clippers play. So I've been all over the U.S., been in also Toronto to go see them play. Following hockey around too, so I just really love live sports events, so I'm excited about that. A quick note about betting in general: you shouldn't bet every game. If you don't have a good line on the game, you don't have a good feeling about the game, you don't have the right data on the game, there's no reason to bet it. It's okay to not bet because you would rather save that money and put it in where you have a good feeling. So the NIP and Immortals game, I will be passing on. If you'd like to bet on it, I would guess that NIP is going to win. However, I'm not going to bet it personally. The reason why I'm doing that is NIP has just recently got back Piff. We don't know what type of form he'll be in. He's looked like he's been playing okay, but it's still some growing pains getting back into it. I think that their ceiling cap is higher than Michael, so a lot of their recent results has been with that Michael lineup, so it's hard to tell exactly where NIP is right now. That being said, though, I think that there's something to be said that they have been doing so well with Michael, and they just dropped him and picked Piff back up. So they are confident in Piff, but it's one of those things you don't know what type of form they're in right now. Speaking of form, Immortals, they just picked up Steel instead of Zeus. It is a bump up in terms of players. That being said, though, we don't really know what their map pool is like. They have been banning Nuke recently, but they do dislike other maps as well. So it's one of those things where I just don't have a good read on it. I don't feel comfortable with it. NIP is a minus 360 favorite. What that means is you have to bet $360 to win 100. So they are pretty decent favorites, but I'm just not feeling it. Immortals is on a heater right now. They just come off of a big win in a tournament against Cloud9 to get here. So I'm just not feeling it right now. So I'll be skipping that. A game that I will be betting on, though, is G2 versus SK, and I am feeling very confident about SK. So what I'll do is I'll walk through kind of my thought process on why I feel so confident with it and why I feel like I have a better edge over the sports books right now in this match. So G2 is a underdog, plus 275. That means you're betting 100 to win 275. SK is a minus 450 favorite. So again, betting $450 to win $100. Given those odds, I seem pretty skewed towards SK side. I still favor them even more than that. So I'll be betting on SK, and why I feel like I kind of have the edge here is I have a good feeling on my prediction on the pick ban phase, and any scenario I see two separate outcomes. So we'll look through G2 map pool very quickly. We have Nuke, they've played it 8 times. Train, they've played 7 times, although they're 2-5 on it. They've played Overpass and Dust 2 6 times apiece, and Cobblestone 5 times. I won't be talking about Cash because that is SK's permaban, and I won't be talking about Mirage because on the flip side, that's obviously G2's permaban. So maps that I see G2 wanting to play, I think that they'll want to play either Nuke or Dust 2. So when it comes to their turn, I think they'll be banning Mirage, and I think they have a decision here. They can go with Nuke. They've played it 8 times, and they're actually 5-3 on that. Their wins, however, they've beat Liquid twice and also Echo Fox, so maybe not the most impressive things. However, on the SK side, SK has played Nuke 4 times and they're 0-4. So it may be a map that G2 can kind of throw in there to throw off the guys from SK Gaming and kind of make a pick that they won't really be expecting, and they won't really know what to do there on their CT side or T side. SK on the other hand, right? So the other map that G2 could pick is Dust 2. They have beat SK on that map. However, that being said, SK is willing to let that map go through map vetoes against Mouse Sports. So Mouse Sports, Dust 2, one of their best maps. You have to think that if a team is willing to let it go through, that they have big fucking balls. So I think that's where that decision tree starts. It's either Nuke or Dust 2. I think personally that they should go with Nuke just based off of SK's previous history with it. However, it seems like most teams in Counter-Strike more ban towards what they feel comfortable with, right? So I think the map will be Dust 2, but then again, it could be Nuke if they're feeling a little bit frisky. So then, obviously, SK, they'll pick Train, instant pick it. They 16-0 G2 on it. Easy pick for them. So then you have another ban phase, right? G2 here, they could either ban Overpass or Cobble. Cobble, they are not the greatest at, and they've actually lost to SK on Cobble. So you could see that as a ban. However, you have Overpass in the map pool still, one of SK's godlike maps historically. So I think that they risk it. They ban Overpass just because SK is so good at it. Then on the other hand, right, you have SK. They could either ban the Dust 2 or Nuke, depending on what G2 picks. I think they ban one of those two. I think it ends up on Cobblestone. On the flip side, going back to that decision tree, G2, they could ban Cobblestone, hoping for the Overpass. I don't think that's smart, so I think it will be either D2 or Nuke. I think it will most likely be D2, but I think that they should pick Nuke. Then it will go to Train, and then it will go to Cobblestone. I'm favoring SK heavily on their map pick of Train, and then whether it's Cobblestone or Overpass. Cobblestone's one of those maps that SK, they've played it 15 times. It's their most played map. Their losses, 2 of them have been to VP, Virtus Pro. So that's their strongest map. They're godlike on that map. So losing to them, it's not a bad thing. So I think those are the map vetoes. Seeing that SK is a minus 450, I would favor it more at minus 550 or minus 600. So I am going with, well, let me say, quick note. So your bankroll management, you never want more than 5% of your bankroll going into any one bet at a time. The reason for that is you want to steadily grind a profit. If you think about the stock market, your 401k, something like that, if you're making 5%, 6% a year, you're golden and you're happy with that. So that's how I try to approach my sports betting, especially esports betting. I'm trying to just grind out a steady profit month over month, and I hope to slowly take out of my sportsbook account every month, right? Just take $100 out, take $100 out, take $100 out. Raise it up to 200, you know what I mean? So you're just trying to steadily take some money out of your account. So just grind it up. That being said, I think they have the line wrong on this map. I'm confident on SK looking at the map pool. I'm going SK. I'm going 10 to 15% of my bankroll. Calling it a day. I'll be there live. I'll be reporting there. I'll be talking to fans. I'll be taking some videos. So stay tuned for that. I'll get that video, I'll shoot it up, put it on my YouTube, and then I'll do the predictions for the next day. So hope to see you guys again in another video. Really enjoying it so far, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at IEM Oakland.